actually going to cover an alternative method for taking notes and organizing them in a comprehensive and readable manner. The method I'm going to teach you guys, hold on. Could everyone take out a lined sheet of paper? And I want you to organize it just as I'm going to organize it right here on the board. There's going to be one thinner column on the left. That is going to be titles. We're going to do this larger middle section with notes. And this last section right here is going to be signal kits. Basically, the way I've set up these three-column notes, as we go through the textbook, you can see the chapter headings. The first one, Arab Empire and its successors. We want to take that and we want to phrase it as a question because that's going to be a guiding question for whatever follows. And it's basically going to give you an idea of what that section may answer or what it could, what it would give you for notes. So we would phrase that as a question. What was the Arab Empire and who were its successors? And actually, before we start reading, a very important thing to do is just take a look over here on the guide to reading before every chapter because these things right here, the content vocabulary and people, places, and events. Now, these are obviously key concepts that you're going to run into over the course of this chapter. And so you don't have to write them down or anything, but just keep them in mind because you're going to see them later on and they're going to be useful in your notes. So starting right here with just the introduction, right below Arab Empire and its successors. Just want you to read that small little paragraph right there, the little introduction before the chapter gets underway. And when you're done, anybody, just raise your hand and tell me if there's any notes we can take out of that to put under Arab Empire and its successors. Anything noteworthy in that paragraph?
Just gives a definition of what a caliph is.
Right. So right under notes, you could write down that the successors of Muhammad were known as caliphs. Is there anything else that is important enough to write down there? What was that?
The name?
I'm just talking about this paragraph right here. But how would you be able to word that so you're not copying directly out of the notes? Does anybody have an idea how they can reword that? She was talking about the line, "Police became more like kings or emperors who wore expensive and elaborate clothes and jewels."
The police were basically like the overall rulers.
So they were the ruling class.
Yeah, and they were seen as like the higher up. So
Okay. Yeah, so when you're reading through and you draw connections like that, make sure to write those down. Because not you're not going to write down most of the stuff in the chapter. You want to pick out the very important things, the things that matter to the subject material. So, I know you're taking your notes right now. I'm just kind of scribble up here. The last column, significance, this is probably the most important column for the 3-column notes. After you finish reading a section heading, in this case it was only a paragraph and we only got a couple notes on it. You want to try and come up with some sort of significance. What was significant about that? What is significant about that event, this person, or this theme, and in the context of the lesson. And I know a lot of you probably don't have a very extensive background in the Arab Empire and its successors, which is why I'm starting the reading of this chapter. So can anyone draw any significance from the successors to Muhammad were caliphs and they were the ruling class?
That kind of shows that the hierarchy of leadership still
Yep.
wasn't necessarily fully spread.
Yes. That's an excellent significance. And that's just from the introductory paragraph and the heading for the chapter. I actually want to draw your attention to the next page, which has this map on it. Now, in the section before it, what was the heading? Arab conquest. So how could we phrase that in a question?
And time.